became hard to breathe. Hit the focus to make sure I hit the notes. And there's palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But she began to flow. That's your man, hey, 'cause if it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. Then she say I'm a magician, and if you're ready, they want to take me home tonight. It's quite alright, yeah, she said.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Well, now how about this return? And they're going to have good starting field position. Out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Andrew McCurda. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Try! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Well, I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found a perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all the way on just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. Second down.
Here's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here now a 3rd and 20.
Nice shot. What?
Jackson will try and do this himself, and he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. The think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Come on, come on. 13. Nice shot.
Now Jackson going deep for Walker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one too low.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 41 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Going deep for Walker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give that sack to Kobe Dean.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Back. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down, Baltimore.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
We changed it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Again, it's Barkley. And we'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Here's Hurts to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Barkley going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg Calcaterra, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. In motion left, Flowers.
Hey, report! Report!
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me far from.
Open back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone. for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive. Line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Here's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it for a loss.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he He's got Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and goal, Seattle.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now a run here off the... He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Back to throw, Darnold. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. His throw incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Darnold from the gun. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Reed Blankenship gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Hurts. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
That's good for Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
To throw is Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
This is Smith with the ground. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
12 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. He completes this to Walker. And he goes out right around the 39.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, waiting.
Here's Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
26 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
63.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
The 20, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 43 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back during your salad days in Evansville.
Hurts will throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the two-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Darnold's pass.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Eagles 26, Seahawks 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Darnold now to throw. Open man right side is caught, complete. Past the 20. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 2.
28, Eagles 26. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard after the 25. Here's 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
180, 180.
Here's Hurts to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's got room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Eagles first down.
Now back to throw. Wilson's got it complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard
Back to throw again. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again to Barkley out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He was brought down by Kobe Bryant.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Julian Love.
That keeps the score Seahawks 42, Eagles 32. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
For the 2-point conversion.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just and now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And now they'll shift things around. That's caught at the 1. He will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 27.
First down, Seattle.
Darnold from the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Sam Darnold keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied.
Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He's got it at the 2. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Drag him, 60. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Warriors, 70. 79 Broncos. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Cup 19, Cup 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. This is 1st and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. A big play looming on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. For that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
63, 63, 63.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Man, and he hits him in stride. Here now, 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands you're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back to 60, back to 60. 7 Pirates. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Hurts to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Elliott good on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.